So, boom, guys, you know who it is, your boy Aristotle, man. I'm here, man. Yeah, man, like, guys, one thing I've realized, that nobody is too big for anyone. Like, if you see, like, all these top artists, top influencers, bro, they're going on podcasts with, like, maybe guys that are a little bit, less known than they are. But, bro, like, at the end of the day, I realized, you if you really want to expand your horizons, if you really want to touch different crowds, you have to be able to tap into, different environments that are somewhat related to yours, and that's one thing I've learned. I've seen, let's say, guys like Dr. Uma Johnson, for example. He's some of the interviews that he's done with people. I don't know those guys, you know what I'm saying? But he's put them on the spotlight. And to be honest, what they when you go on their channel, like, their topics are somewhat related to what he touches on in it. So at the end of the day, they both can help each other out. It's reciprocal in it. And I've seen with artists. I was even watching Davido, Stonebwoy. They were doing, like, some sort of interview type thing on a French channel. I think it's called Dose Rap, something like that. So, and even Tommy Robinson and Tanks, like, they had a podcast. I was thinking, raw, that is something that I never thought I would imagine, just obviously those guys coming from somewhat two different worlds, So yeah, man, guys, like, nobody is too big for anyone, That's one thing I've come to realize, you have to be willing to tap into different environments, and at the end of the day, I wouldn't say, go to somewhere, go into an environment or into a space that's completely foreign to you. Like, let me just give an example. Let's say you're a, you're a footballer, for example, and you go into, give me the most random thing I can think of. I can't really think of. I'm just gonna say a footballer goes into, just say something like ballet. You know what I mean? Like, it's two completely different worlds. You know what I mean in it? But, like, let's say if you're a footballer and you tries basketball, for example, like, that's something that's completely different. You know what I mean? Both of the sports are somewhat popular in it. But, anyway, those are just examples, guys. But, guys, nobody's too big for anyone at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If you see that someone has value to offer them, work with them and see what can come of it. Like, for example, shouts out one of my guys, Harry Johnson. When I first met him, obviously I spoke to him and whatnot. We discussed what, obviously, what we were into. He told me what he was into. At the time I was met him, he was really big into the cars thing. Still is, you know what I'm saying? But, I that's what I knew him for. But at the end, I knew that he was into calisthenics as well, and then obviously through talking, we've linked up, and, he's really doing this thing. He's pushing for it. He's gunning for it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, shouts my guy out, man. And it's just the same with other guys as well. And obviously, you see me and Presky collab. What I'm saying, obviously, both into fitness and whatnot. So at the end of the day, man, talk with the people, see what they have to offer, man. You remember, no one's too big for anyone. At the end of the day, that's one thing I've learned. In order to progress, you have to be willing to cooperate and collaborate. I'm not saying it's a must, but that's another venue that you can that's another avenue that you can cross in it. So, guys, literally consider it, man. You never know what can happen, man. Anyway, I'm done talking, man. Man, art.